Now, as we do move forward here, I think we're seeing pretty standard opens in a lot of ways based off of the meta that we've seen so far.
Sure.
Is there anything in particular that you really do want to see Voldemort starting to move into? As Lizard, you already mentioned, this is a team where you're looking for them to really shake things up to try to at least extend this to a game number 3.
Yeah, I want to see some tanky boys coming from Voldemort right now. Something that doesn't die instantly in the chrono.
No more clock.
No more clock. Oh, right, there you go.
Yeah, thank you.
They ban it out for you.
Good. But no, I agree. I mean, a lot of these are, you need those tanky frontliners, and people have been trying to make clock into that job. I mean, he's good when he gets farm. He's a tanky boy. But Lizard, I got a question for you. Tinker ban. When's the last time you've seen a Tinker?
Actually, Voldemort played it, so that's the reason. They also played it with the Veno, so that's one of the reasons why they banned it. I believe Voldemort's draft was Veno, Night Stalker, Tinker, and he just had this... like, Tinker benefits from vision more than almost any hero. And they had Venomancer and Night Stalker that were constantly giving him that vision and space to just do his dirty Tinker business, so it's good. It's good that they banned it out. It's a hero that it's a cheese pick, like we mentioned
like
earlier.
you said.
Yeah.
He changes the way the game is played.
And also when you know that this is a team that might try to move towards cheese based off of the results of that first game, knowing some of their trump cards is definitely an important thing to know. So more kudos on the side of Omglil for paying attention.
After you lose the first game the way you lost and you had a sick draft, you're like, what do we do? Like, how do we win this game? Like,
Shit. Sorry to interrupt you, but the old pub combo.
There you go.
Grim Lich. You know why that's so good, Rich, my boy? I even know this one. The chain length of Grimstroke's ultimate allows you to not ever be far enough away where a bounce will not occur. So you get 2 Lich balls, and it's impossible to move away far enough where they don't hit targets. It's a deadly one that even the heralds of the world know about.
Yeah.
It's
pretty good. It's pretty good. And also, this Lich's ulti, it's a really strong spell, but it's not as impactful as, let's say, Doom's Doom in the games, right? So you can wait a little bit to use it after the Soulbind. If it doesn't work, you can also just spit it out. It's fine. Voldy, they follow up with the Tiny. This is again your Clockwork-esque hero. It's your brawler that will be able to lane with the Venomancer if the Venomancer is even the offlane. They could perhaps put him mid too.
Problem with Tiny, though, is it's all about initiation, right?
Yep.
I mean, Clockwork has that already in its kit, and he's so effective at that, and that really is important for these like team-fighting lineups, whereas Tiny, if he's not doing well in the game, he doesn't have the items like a Blink or even a Shadow Blade, and he's just worthless. He just can't get into position to do that.
It's like your potential is higher, but it's also more difficult to get there.
Right.
If you do get that Blink Dagger, you suddenly have a 1-2 combo that eliminates anyone on the map, and later on with your talents, you can save people with that level 20 or level 15 talent. When toss doesn't require the target any longer, you can literally save your carry from a bad spot every single time. So the hero scales a bit better, and they go with the Spectre.
Hey-oh.
All right.
Where you been, girl? Finally coming back. Spectre. Every game.
Right, that last game has been banned, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, because they picked Drow and banned Spectre, and then PL went through. This time around, it's Spectre, and this is complete meta. Like, it's you're one of top 3, I would say, carries at the moment. And it looks like a decent game for her, too.
I mean, if even I can predict the draft, Voldemort, you know, that's pretty gosh darn meta. These heroes have been in literally every single game. Prophet, though, he's an off and on pick. We've seen him. Jenkins told me he was pretty bad. But apparently not. Good enough for these guys.
It still does what he did before. He gets you a lot of farm and a lot of utility very early on.
Sure. We've seen a decent amount of profit.
Have we?
In the close qualifiers, there like every second game there was a profit.
Wow.
It's a popular pick still, not only because of that, but because he's very versatile. Like this Prophet right now is picked, and you can't say for certain if it's going to be mid lane or off lane, right? Like it can be either. I would like Omglil to put it mid actually and pick something that deals with Spectre just a little bit better on the offlane, and that can combo with the Grimstroke on that offlane. So something melee with a stun would be perhaps a little bit better.
Everybody's been saying Centaur all tournament, but I have seen very little Centaurs, even though it makes a lot of sense.
That's actually a very good call. I would love some Centaur.
Yep, you got the ult to get away from Veno if things get bad. Also to run for a Spectre initiation.
No,
Good work,
it's-
but too bad the hero's poo-poo.
It's not.
No?
No, Centaur, I think it's a good call. He's been changed a little bit, and I think that he's actually pretty solid at the moment. Just people aren't picking up on him right away because Retaliate, it was basically a spell that everything was centered around when it comes to that hero. However, now it moved more to the double edge and hoof stomp, and now when you have Grimstroke, it could be a solid pick.
Hoof Stomp, man. What a terrible stun. You ever see the upgrades to Hoof Stomp? It's like nothing. You put in like 2 points of that thing, it's like 0.5 a second or something, if I remember correctly. The Hoof Stomp. Awful. I hate it. Ice Frog, fix it.
It is what it is. Right?
You can't live your life like that. That is what it is.
Just take it or leave it.
Jason, what are you?
At least
Frog?
you have Stampede, right? Like that. That's something.
It's not like you're reviewing Centaur when he came in for his upgrade. He goes in the office, he's like, boss, can I get maybe a second more? It is what it is, Centaur. Be happy. I'll take away Retaliate again. What a great man. I gotta do that. I would definitely watch a live stream show where you had like Ice Frog and cosplayers come in as the heroes instead of patch notes.
There was a comic made with that, right? Like I saw
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I saw that.
Washeen.
Yeah, someone made
Yeah,
it.
she's a Beast Coast manager.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Very
You're
smart.
right. You're right.
Hey, it's Pucky! Pucky Sucky returns to the game for Voldemort. Not a bad hero, though. I just like saying Pucky Sucky. She is actually quite viable hero in this circumstance.
Nah, Puck is definitely fine.
You got caught in that stuff, man. Keep saying Ricky Maru.
Puck is pretty legit here because it fixes their problems when it comes to catch and magic burst damage that they definitely do lack versus the Void. And these two supports from Omglil, they pretty much offer nothing when it comes to catch.
Yeah.
Same goes for Nature's Prophet, same goes for Void. So this is a completely free Puck game. He should do
A free
better,
Puck game, he says.
So not necessarily off meta, but you still, now that you've seen the Puck, you're liking the draft from Voldemort?
I mean, overall, it's really hard to dislike this draft because it's completely on meta, and it also has some synergies. Puck is a good last pick for them, in my opinion. Overall, it looks pretty damn solid.
Garbage! Pucky Sucky coming back. Okay, so real talk. Voldemort does have them. Oh, there's Dragon.
All right.
Okay. Well,
so
that's good.
that's their attempt, I think, to deal with the Puck a little bit in the laning stage. Later on, as well, it's a good catch, good instant catch, good instant stun that they have versus the Spectre and the Puck. If they lane it with the Grimstroke, you also have that double stun with the Inkspell combo. So overall, it's a decent pickup for Omglil. One thing that they really have got going for themselves is an insane amount of pushing potential from the Nature's Prophet and from the Dragonite. They're looking to end this game as soon as possible before the Spectre comes online.
And also, you got to keep in mind how gosh darn good they looked even without beating the other team in the drafting game, number one, and that's why we're going to see the EGB.com odds are very heavily going to be in favor, once again, of Team Omglil. But I want to ask you guys, all in all, you started to talk about some of the strengths and how these drafts could win, how they're going to play out. Who do you think is going to take this next game?
Well, I'll do the stupid answer first. So I would think that it legitimately is on the Puck. Puck makes them enough space with enough rotations, kicking enough ass. They might have a decent chance on Voldy. But the problem is, on the other team, you got a Void. Void pops the Chrono. Pucky no Livy. No more.
Yeah, that's
No sucky.
So, and then Spectre as well. But really, it's all about a heavy momentum game. Are they going to be able to have that momentum? Not in my opinion. I got to go for my boys, not Team Voldemort.
Omglil.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I know their name. Continue.
He can meme, but his analysis is also on point. Like I think he's right. I don't think that Voldemort
He hides his massive brain behind those
exactly. He hides it behind his.
That's the only massive thing I'm hiding on this panel, baby. I don't know why I said that. Continue.
Let's time for game.
That's us.
Thank you indeed. Panel, here with BSJ, we're going to talk about this game, specifically the game, because, I don't know, when we heard the analysts talk about the draft, we heard Lizard say something about the big head of Voldemort.
Yes.
And actually, it was Slacks that went on a big speech about the draft itself, which was kind of surprising, but was he right?
I honestly haven't listened to a word Slack said in a long time.
I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing.
But if he said he did like the Omglil draft better, then I would have to agree with him there. It's not necessarily that... I think both teams have a game plan that is executable, but I just don't have faith. I'm skeptical. I don't have faith in Team Voldemort to execute the plan.
Do you like the puck? Last pick.
It gives them the team fight setup that they needed with Spectre. Yeah, they have like low cooldown pickoff with the Rubik as well as the Tiny, but now they have this reliable AoE initiation where the Spectre says, okay, the coil gets pressed, I press Haunt, and team fight happens.
Yeah.
I really like it when the game plan for the way the team fight starts for your team is very obvious when you have a Spectre. It just makes it so much easier to play as a team, as well as the Spectre knowing, hey, like, this is what I'm looking out for, so he can be more aware of his farming and not have to worry as much about paying attention to every little moment in the fight. He's just going to keep his eye on the puck and then go.
So you're thinking compared to previous game where we kind of decided that Voldemort had the better draft overall, this time they might not have as clear of a draft advantage, but at least their lineup is easy to execute, which should give them an edge compared to previous game anyway.
Compared to their own performance last game, I think this will give them a bit of an edge.
Happy just found out there's a tri lane there. He's, I'm not sure if he's happy about that. Actually, are you happy about that? If you can keep your Void farming safely? Because he's just up against one Venomancer. Like, do you like this aggressive tri-lane decision coming out from Voldemort?
I think it's a really good call by Omglil to dodge it. I think the Tiny plus Rubik is a nice kill combo, and the two heroes without each other don't offer too much in the early laning stage, and the Spectre, I think, mainly didn't want to have to lane against a nuker plus a Nature's Prophet. That's just a lot of harass for her to be taking in a 2v2 scenario.
Yeah.
But whenever I look at this tri-lane scenario, I like to see the 1v1 matchup.
Yeah.
At least in this case in the mid lane, because it's not a tri-v-tri.
Oh.
And DK is considered a hard lane counter to the puck. And once he gets that level 6, his pressure may be a bit too force the rotation of these supports, and then the Spectre might be left on her own little island here, as we do have a level advantage for Wish, but that's because those 3 creeps haven't died yet.
Yeah, we'll see who wins the 9 battle there. I feel like there should not be a kill potential on either side here, though.
Yeah, it's pretty boring lane again with the DK, just kind of the nature of the hero. Puck relies on constant right-click harass as we see it back and forth. The frost armor on the tree with the body.
That's really nicely done. Kalen has to be careful, though. That creep is actually blocking him out, so he's going to try to teleport himself to the base, and he can.
He is level 2, so we can just TP right back to lane.
Yeah. Very nice. There's a lot of action happening in all lanes. We also see Boogie struggling with his health levels there, but no first blood on the board just yet. Just a lot of trading HPs.
Yeah, I think all these heroes rely on levels before they're able to kill each other. A lot of these nukes go up in threat drastically as they get even just the level 2 coming out when they get level 3. So that might be the go time for a lot of these lanes. But as you see, the puck relies heavily on right-clicking, and DK eventually just does not give a damn. So a lot of DK walking at the puck, a lot of the puck hitting the DK with nothing happening, and that's about all you're going to see here, folks.
Oh, maybe we're going to see something more on the top lane, because Boogie is going to get
level 3.
Kill off, indeed. A nice Inkswell there, diving on the tower. First blood to Malik.
And he only has 5 CS on the Veno. A very level-dependent hero, much more so than CS, but I would say it's perfectly fine if you're getting virtually no CS if you're not dying. Because the
so you're saying it's not good.
Yeah, it's because you're usually making the opponent have to expend a lot of regen. So in the early game, you're getting levels without farm, but they're getting farm and having to spend it on tangos and regen. But if you're also dying, you're giving them basically the net worth of regen worth of kills, so they're just pulling that much farther ahead of you.
Yeah, it looks like we have a little bit of a Dota bug where we can see that the courier died forever on the side on Happy.
Nothing wrong with remembering the courier.
Well, the courier's already back alive.
He was a good guy.
He's already back alive.
Okay, that's fair.
So, you know, it's a little stuck message there, but maybe when they kill another courier, we'll see it go away.
Don't wish upon death another courier.
It's only fair.
That's true.
Gotta trade it out.
Eye for an eye.
Yep. So,
Gets the bottom rune. Nice orb usage there.
so laning stage should be going the way of a Omglil, right? That's what I'm always thinking when you have a Nature's Prophet, even if it is a core, you can always have a number advantage everywhere.
Yeah, at least once he gets level 6, the momentum is going to be nice for them.
I mean, they don't need a number advantage if you keep bashing. Nice Inkswell, of course, as well, setting that up. Boogie is going to be safe under his tower, but it's still not an easy lane. You're saying that he is... Oh, why? Eating his way through the trees. The shield again on the creep. It's enough to take him out. Kalen, he doesn't care that he's getting hit on by all these creeps. He is so confident in this lane.
He's used to getting hit on by creeps, it looks like.
I'm very sad for him. Nikwa, gonna go for the 5-minute rune.
As the pace of the game has ramped up quite quickly with 3 kills in the last couple minutes, but that Nature's Prophet 6 is going to be something they have to be very aware of on Team Voldemort, because that burst damage, it can be up to like 300-400 damage at the quite early stage of the game. Basically cuts your health pool in like a third.
That is very scary, and to be honest, like there's not really, other than Spectre, there's not really a typically tanky hero at this early stage in the game.
Yeah.
So
there's a triple stack top. I gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah, a Venomancer and a Tiny can farm that if they really wanted to. Y is struggling again. Actually, Kalen coming in will be able to get one more hit out, I think, to get the kill. The Sprout will give the vision. He sticks a salve, but it doesn't matter. Maybe at least there can be a return kill. Happy. He'll make it out, though. He's actually thinking about going back in. He's got a little bit of mana. He eats a mango to make sure that Kalen gets that Sprout off. Lensmeister trying to make it back to base. Has got a Fairy Fire. Might have to pop that salve as well in between ticks, but he's not going to, and he'll fall. Did he think he was going to live on that one hit and could self after that, or do you think he just gave up?
I think he kind of just gave up. Maybe he thought he did. Yeah. Maybe he needed a Stout Shield block or the Nate block chance to happen there. That's kind of a big mistake by Spectre, I think, with the items. Against ranged heroes like Prophet, who right-click you a lot, you do need boots to dodge those right-clicks. Trying to toss him out of the coil actually just says, die, Cardi.
Yep.
And Sunlight is going to be absolutely fine.
If that toss was successful, that would have been a kill.
Oh, 100%. That coil break damage hurts, even level 1. But that being a crucial kill for them, because that would have really slowed down the momentum of this DK. Even though he's not going to get this tower, that death would have set him back much further.
Yeah. At what point would you say to rotate the Spectre to a different lane? I kind of feel like I know that they're not really winning top lane, so I'm not sure if he could do better top, but you're kind of riding a lot on this Spectre having a decent game and coming online before Omglil does well. So you want to give him more. Like, can they give him more by not having him here?
I think they're going to basically decide, okay, so there's 2 options for the Omglil side. As we do see an engagement bottom, they don't want me to talk at all. I wouldn't want me to either. As we see another Frost Armor on the tree. I've never seen that prior to this game, and I've now seen it about 5 or 6 times.
This is their strat.
Yes.
It's working.
Exactly. So either Omglil is going to ramp up the pace and try to push top, in which case Spectre will stay bottom. Or the Venomancer is going to try to pressure bottom and rotate there, in which case Spectre will rotate top. So he's basically responding to whatever team makes a move first. If it's his team, he's out of here. If it's the enemy team, he's happy to stay here.
Oh, look at that level difference as well. Rubik level 3, Happy level 5.
He's happy.
He is also saving a skill point.
Yeah, sometimes you want to potentially be able to cancel a TP with that Sinister Gaze.
I don't blame him. Let's see if Nikwa can make something happen here in this bottom lane. Change the ties a little bit. In the meantime, Boogie is therefore left alone, and with the Prophet ultimate helping out, you can only imagine that they wanted to go on top, and they are indeed. With the Inkswell hitting, he does not get lucky on the bash,
Did you see this Faceless Void's item he has queued up?
No, I did not. What is it?
I don't want to spoil. They're going to check it out at some point, and for the people at home, you will be in for some spicy stuff.
I want to see it.
Yeah, the suspicion is there. The suspense is there. No. We got. You'll just keep an eye.
All right. I'll keep an eye on it.
I don't prefer to call out specific items. I like to say
this time, Dream Coil tossed under tower. You got to move a little bit further away, Wish. Otherwise, he can't toss. There's a lot of creeps around, and he cannot toss. That's very Okay. They just danced around each other. We actually had a teleport coming in from Malik. Oh, I didn't see it. It was too late. He clicked on a second and I couldn't see it.
They're teasing you.
They are teasing me. Very sad.
Gotta be more alert. Oh, there
Oh.
it is.
Oh, a meteor hammer. I mean, it's an offlane void.
No, this is a carry void.
No, it is an offlane.
Oh,
Kalen
wait.
was the drought
Wait,
previous
you're
game.
right. Holy crap, you're right.
Don't be so surprised.
It's not only a void in the offlane. He actually
It is the offlaner.
offlaner.
He's played by the offlaner. Kalen was our Drow Ranger from previous game.
I'm
he
not
likes
gonna
to snipe
lie.
people. Ooh, this Rubik is having a little bit of a tricky time, but they can't chase as much. Ooh, nice. The Inkswell, it's every time it's so successful with the silence coming out there too. He actually pops the chrono for this. That should be a kill. Kalen is going to be just here to steal the last hit. Now I saw that.
That's my kind of carry player.
Oh,
That's when
typical.
they've really proven to us the right person's on the right hero here.
Yeah.
When this patch initially came out, I thought Void might be one of the few heroes that could buy a meteor hammer. So
Okay.
this is it's fascinating. Gives him a little bit of tower
Dreamcore
pressure.
back up. Can he toss it to the tower? He missed again. He
0 for
tossed
3.
his Blensmeister instead. Nice. Orb coming through. It's enough to help kill off Kalen. Can they kill off Malik as well? Nice ultimate still bouncing through. Actually hits Nico on the tail there. He's got to be a little careful. A couple of misplaced bashes. In the meantime, there was also a Rubik, and then there was not, as Lich was able to get a solo kill on him. Was it solo? I think it was. Because this Dragon Knight was not involved. He is 0-0-0.
That's my kind of KD, baby. NA Dota! Farm it up!
I mean, he is. I'm not sure if he's doing too great, but at the moment he's looking to... Well, he already used his Dragon form. He has it again. He just got it back up.
He's got the pacifist achievement going. That's what he's trying to go for. He has to win the game with being a part of 0 kills.
He took a little bit of a walk in the forest as well.
Okay, what's
It's
with all
nice.
these buffs on the trees?
I mean, it's working.
I'm not
I love
questioning it. I just, these guys are some real innovators. They should be nominated for a potential Nobel Prize with their game,
Okay,
their life,
A little
world-changing
bit farther. They
innovation.
are a team called Omglil.
Apparently, okay, so I saw some people in chat talking about this.
Yes.
Are they Omglil as their name states, or at the top are they OMG Lil?
They're Omglil.
I thought so too, but
They used
you know,
to have Lil in their squad.
You never know because there's wait. So their name was based off somebody that they kicked?
It might be. I think he chose not to come back.
Oh.
He was not kicked. He went to a resort for summer.
Oh, I see. Keeping
So this is their tribute.
yes
Yes.
to the man on vacation.
Yeah.
You got to respect those priorities, honestly.
Sometimes you just gotta choose holiday.
Yeah, sometimes it's the money in a tournament or the holiday.
Oh dear. It's just a Lich though. I think that's
That's a level 7 Lich.
it's nice experience they're getting, but at the same time it's rotation from Wish.
This is something they weren't doing last game, though, where they brought enough heroes to bring down the right amount of heroes so that they could take a tower. As we see the
Sure.
Meteor Hammer channeling from Void, I do like that. He actually does look like the proper channeling. He's like, as he's lifting he's like drop down, and he does look like he's
I
casting
like
a
that
spell.
it's the right animation
Yes.
for you for the Meteor Hammer. Are there heroes that do not have the right animation for Meteor Hammer?
It doesn't look like it's supposed to summon a meteor from the air, you know?
On some heroes.
He looks
yeah.
like a shaman of sorts, waving his wand or, whatever you call the things that shamans hold.
A wand? What?
Is there anything? See? I mean, in this case, it's
that's
obviously
his
a
mace.
Yeah, I'm going to say for him, it's a mace, but
Yeah.
it looks like, he's summoning a being from above.
But is a meteor the right thing? Like, do you feel like it fits the void?
Yeah, he's not necessarily summoning the being. He's commanding the being, if
Yeah.
you will, to drop its punishment upon thy earth.
Okay, I'm very happy that it makes you happy.
Yeah,
that it's the right
Slack has
animation.
rubbed off on me a bit too much, I think.
Well, that is very spooky to hear.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Nice kill again for Omglil, and it's quickly getting out of control. We did say that the power spike of Voldemort would come when the Spectre is farmed. Unfortunately, we can see the net worth list. We could, there you go, and it's on top of the, if you look at the cores specifically on the side of, actually on all, he's the lowest of all the cores. This Grimstroke is almost catching up to the Spectre. That's a problem.
That, couldn't have said it better myself, Sheaves. That is indeed a problem. As having the Spectre on the 6th out of 6 cores on the net worth charts is not a recipe for success, especially when, even though the Spectre was in the off lane, it is indeed a carry Spectre.
Oh, this could be their
meteor
chance,
hammer.
but that
Oh, he's already used it.
Chronosphere, look at how much damage the Lich Grimstroke. I mean, that's a triple kill, well deserved for Happy, but I do want to give credit there for the Grimstroke as well, as the Grimstroke actually dies. At this point, though, Malik is the star of the show. He's hunting Flensmeister, him and Kalen. I don't think they can stop him from TP unless they get a bash in time, which they couldn't.
I'm using
think
this build in
Voldemort-
the pub, by the way.
Okay.
Time to test it out. This Meteor Hammer off.
He didn't use the Meteor Hammer this fight, though.
Look at that damage output from the Faceless Void, topping the charts for
No?
any
What?
compared to the Tiny and Rubik. He has way more damage.
Yay. His Chronosphere was amazing, though. He had a
Yes.
3-man Chrono that allowed the double Chain Frost coming out. And he was there just for the Chrono. It's an offlane Chrono. You can't ask too much.
I said he had topped the damage charts, and you seem to be questioning my belief in his build. As I said, I would.
No,
try
you
it
were
out.
gonna try it out. That makes me think that you don't believe it works.
No, I legitimately theory crafted him as one of the heroes that might use it, and I honestly just never had the audacity
Alright, it was
to
very
try it
smooth.
out myself. So I respect the courage.
Now you have a reason to.
Yes, I have an excuse, I would say,
Yes.
is the better terminology there.
Because you're afraid people will flame you, and now you can say, well, you know, I saw Malik do it in a pro game.
Yeah,
Fair.
that's the NA way. We see somebody else do it, it's successful, we copy it, win TI. 5.
I'm glad you specified that.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. This Tiny doesn't get too close to Y, so he's not getting linked up, but he is surrounded by everybody almost on the side of Omglil. Really wanted to try and see if he could get the kill on the Grimstroke, but Grimstroke was able to teleport to base to live. And Tiny, no such luxury for Nikwa. Ooh, they actually also find the Rubik. Sunlight, you're coming to join the fight. Nice. But Kalen will steal your kill. No surprise.
Yeah, I definitely think this offlane Void only works with a carry like the Nature's Prophet
Yeah.
that is traditionally played as an offlaner, but instead is just building more as a carry, right? As he queues up a Silver Edge on a ranged hero, that's blasphemy in this patch, at least I do say so myself. They are against the
Sunlight and
Spectre, though.
Kalen are everywhere.
Yeah, that's
Oh dear. How do you stop this? Like, can they? Should Voldemort try to make their own rotation, their own place to buy some space for the Flensmeister? Because the last time we saw them try to take a fight, yeah, they got 3 kills, but they lost 4.
I think they just need items, Sheaves.
Yeah, but for items, you need time. How are they going to buy the time?
The same way they're going to buy the item, Sheev, and that's not happening.
That's very grim. I always thought that as a caster, you know, you got to give hope to all those fans, Voldemort fans out there.
With Spectre, every time I'm behind like this, I say, let's hope the enemy team extends into our like tier 2s diving potentially. I push Haunt, 3 of them die, and then I get my full next item because I ain't going to farm it. He does have a Midas, which bodes well for his farming speed,
Yeah.
but in terms of his teamfight impact at 17 minutes in the game, that's not what
hello.
you're looking for, as Grimstroke has a blink
Goodbye.
at 17 minutes, as the score is 17-6, 1 kill per minute.
Yep. I mean, they're doing really good, and they can...
Who's going to die this minute, Sheever?
Oh, I think it's Tiny.
Okay. I'm calling Venomancer.
Okay.
Don't do it, Nikwa.
Die, 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 die.
Nikwa!
Nikwa! That
my
sounds like I'm
God.
cheering him on, but I want him to die at this
No.
point so that I am right.
Nikwa,
Nice.
live my...
No, the dream coil coming out. Nikwa did die. I am right, and therefore Nikwa cannot toss anybody out of that coil. Actually, John Doe did still trick it. Oh, that's an illusion. That Chronosphere up on 2, though, and the Lich Ultimate still bouncing around. Getting a double kill to that Lich. The Venomancer tried to come in from behind, and even though he got this Poison Nova off, it's not going to be enough. A triple kill for the Lich. Happy is indeed very, very happy. And Nikwa, you already died. You got to be careful. Oh, Flensmeister thinking about going back to the high ground, but sees Malik on kind of low life, so he's going to try to poke and prod. It is a... Like, they still killed off Happy at the back.
Venomancer did die at 17:58, so technically
Does not
I
count.
was correct.
Okay. 21 kills in 18 minutes. There you go.
That's not nearly as round of a number as it previously was.
17.
17 to 17, 1 per minute. Now
Are,
it's like,
like, at least-
1 per minute.
Isn't 17 is a prime number?
Indeed, it is.
And 21 is not.
That is true. Factorization of 3 and 7.
So this is technically a more even number than 17. 21.
Touche.
Touche.
It's also 3 times. And one of its factors is 7, and it's right there on the kill count for Voldemort.
Wow.
Just proof that it is indeed not a prime number.
Very nice. Very sad kill count as well for Voldy there.
If this were golf, they'd be doing great.
Yeah. Unfortunately for them, not the case. This Void, by the way, has never died.
And he built Mask of Madness. I don't think this is the normal build you would see as a natural item progression for an off-lane Faceless Void.
I know why, though.
Why?
It's because whenever he puts a Chrono out, so far, it's been other people stealing his kills. And he's like, no, I want to be the one taking the kills. So
I honestly think he just misses his mom.
Why does Mask of Madness miss your mom, make you miss your mom?
Because the item is Mask of Madness.
Yes.
Mom. You never heard it called Mom before?
I did. I didn't make the connection.
You gotta think in like 7 dimensions.
I was like, how mad is your mom? It's a mask of madness.
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
I thought, are we going to make mom jokes at this point? Oh, Sunlight finding the Spectre. This would be the jackpot if they find it. The rest of the team of Flensmeister is on his way, though. The Hunt is not available. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter. And anyway, he's dead before that happens. Can Omglil find the rest? They find the Venomancer boogie. Ooh,
the Chain Frost.
The Chain Frost is stolen. Can it? It does actually get the kill.
Wow, 4 kills.
This is going great for Voldy. They might have lost their Spectre, but everything was blown on him. Kalen, can they kill him as well? They silence him up. Kalen tries to kill off Nikwa, but with the Avalanche there, is not going to happen.
Okay.
Triple kill for Wish.
That's for your impertinence.
Suddenly they are back to the prime number of 23
Yeah.
kills, but they have 12, which is more than half of 23. So we went from 1/3 to more than 1/2 in kills, Sheaves. And
That was
is
a great fight.
2,700 gold exchange, but also that is like 5,600 experience gain at the 20-minute mark.
Yeah.
Wow, that Stolen Chain Frost did a lot of work coming out from Rubik there. Giving them the damage to actually bring down heroes. That's what they've been lacking thus far.
There is one big downside to that fight.
Don't mention it, Sheaves. Don't say it. I don't know what it is, but don't say it. I'm just kidding. What's the downside of that?
Spectre wasn't there for any of the kills.
That's
he was
true.
dead. He didn't even have money to buy back. Like, that would be a fight that's worth it to buy back. He had to go. He went Midas Yasha.
Yeah.
He's very poor. He's level 14. He just surpassed his Venomancer. Oh, why? I've seen this movie before. I mean, he had a great steal.
He did.
And I did appreciate that.
And that's all he's going to go down in history as.
Great steal.
Yeah.
At least he's going to be remembered for something.
Is that a shot at me, or?
I mean, I could have. I was tempted to, but then I decided not to because I'm a very nice person.
Okay. We bring out the worst of them eventually. It's just a matter of time.
Dota 2.
You've managed to stay, innocent this long. We'll have to figure out a way to bring you down to our level, Sheaves, because it is the great depths of hell that we all
I know.
reside
I try
in.
very hard to avoid it so far.
I have no idea how you've done it.
It's a skill, let me tell you.
It's-
Right, this tier 2 tower sure to fall. We had the panel mention after the draft saying how great the pushing potential was for Omglil with the Dragon Knight and the Prophet.
They didn't even factor in this meteor hammer.
No, they did not. Imagine that. I think the story is still the same for Voldemort, where they do not want to fight, right? Or do they? They have
just need all
Haunt
their cooldowns, which they have now.
Yeah.
And they just need to rely on Lich casting Frame Chain Frost again.
Maybe they just need to kill one person before. Maybe they need to send in their Spectre first again. That seemed to work out great previous time.
Yeah.
But do it after his Midas come off cooldown.
Yeah, make sure it's efficient. He has to have at least 50 seconds on that Midas cooldown.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's going to be dead during the time of the Midas, and then
Not-
it's no longer
not
worth
efficient. Yeah.
it. Yeah, it's all about basing your team fights on the Midas cooldown of your 5th in net worth, excuse me.
That's
Here.
very sad. Very sad. This Veno has stepped up to the plate, though. I really am appreciating the extra levels he got. I think that helped a lot in the fight that they won, having the level 2 on the ultimate.
Nothing like Resolution's Veno the other day, though. He was #1 net worth for the entire game. That was quite the Venomancer performance. As, yeah, Boogie will naturally dump out a lot of damage, but eventually the Spectre will have to carry this squad, because Venomancer does not do that. As Sunlight working on that AC on this DK.
Is someone already getting a pipe? Oh, Sunlight blinking in with the Inkswell, finds himself that Vano. Can they kill him off? They have the silence on him. Can they kill him off before the ultimate? Looks like yes, they can. And Sunlight already turning his attention towards the puck instead as the Chrono hits on just the Tiny. Very unfortunate and doesn't even save the life of his Happy Lich, but it doesn't matter. They are still able to kill off the puck and now look for more as they see their supports being picked off, but they can get some revenge by killing off the supports of Voldemort as well. That Dragon Knight has to be a little careful though, because Boogie came back into this fight. He bobbed back, gets his ulti up, and is now getting help from his teammate Boogie. He might regret buying back there in a second, but Neequa looking to finish the job, at least on the Dragon Knight, and he does. Kalen teleporting out Malik. Can he try to get out of this one? He is getting chased down. Neequa punching him. Dagger on him too. Kalen coming back in with life, getting this Proud off. It doesn't matter for the Spectre though. The toss. Ooh. Malik is still struggling here, able to live for the moment, teleporting out to base, and Kalen should also... Actually, his teleport is up in 5. They might be able to kill him off. Is it worth giving your life for the offlane Void?
Yes.
Yes. Alright, actually, they might be able to get Neequa here too. The toss is there, but it's just a Lich.
Nobody's dying, Sheever.
Nobody is dying yet, but here comes John Doe. He was waiting... I like that.
Yes, that was stylish.
I like that. That was really stylish. He didn't need to do that. He could have just run him down, but no, he moved away and then blinked back.
Did you hear that Grimstroke line? That was nice.
What was it?
He said, like, one of my pastimes as a boy was painting rocks, and he likes the red color or whatever. That was cool.
That was
when he
nice.
killed Tiny. I like that.
I
like
stylish kill with
text,
the stylish voice line. Personalized. I like it, John Doe. It's good stuff. That being said, that fight felt very even to me, and I feel like at this point, if you have an even fight, it actually is favoring Voldemort.
Yeah, it is. I think anything that isn't resulting in Spectre dying, they're going to be okay with if it's even remotely even. Because at this point, the problem is, though, Venomancer did have to buy back.
Yeah.
So he's really falling behind the pack.
Oh, Rubik's trying to TP, will be.
Oh, he is TP.
They were
with the oh, the Nature's Prophet TP.
Yeah, yeah.
That's,
it was a fancy TP.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Do we get to hear
Boom.
the voice line again?
No.
Oh, come on. They don't. That's okay. Priorities, we'll work on those.
Yeah, it's all good.
Slack would definitely be rolling in his chair.
Oh, they already have a sentry down. Y is ready.
No BKB yet. This would be a pretty huge pickoff, but he's good to go.
If he had I like the sentry down in advance, but he should have had an observer also on the lane, and then he could have caught him, right?
Yeah. That is true. The creeps were not there to supply the vision as he immediately TPs in to join his team at the Roche Pit, uncontested. They have all of their ultimates online on Voldemort, and they...
now they scan it, and now it's too late. Rubik was actually using his teleport. Yeah. That would have been quite disastrous.
Can't believe they just let them have that for free. I think that's a big oversight coming out from Team Voldemort here.
Very unfortunate.
Slipped right under their noses.
It's not like they could fight before, though.
I don't know. If you have all your ultimates, I think it's like, it's never going to get better from here if we just hold our ultimates. We can't just give away objectives. At least make the enemy team fight for it.
That's true. Now they're just going to try to take out the remaining tower.
A lot of damage.
Maybe they can take out... No, Neequa, he had to pop his BKB for that. Essence Ring there, too. He has got his team to back him up, just in case there was going to be a dive. These Venom wards are so obnoxious.
Even the Poison Sting, it looks like he might have taken that talent that makes you even slower on Venomancer. Yeah, he's moving at 244 on Prophet. He did indeed.
He did. I mean, it's working
10%.
out. It is working out.
You know what's really fun in Dota, Chiefs, is just not being able to move. I love not being able to move.
Hilarious.
It's super enjoyable to play against, and mainly as the person that's making them not move, that is.
Like, do you do something against it, or do you just deal with the obnoxiousness of it?
You just
fight?
marathon man it up, where you're just slow-moing it down the lane. I really wish they'd adjust, like, you know, make it a running man, make people do the running man, you know, where they're running real stuff.
Yeah,
it's like when
yes.
they're winding up an attack. It's like, why can't you run like that? That'd be cool.
It would be cool.
Ideas for next Arcanas.
How about if people run and then when they're slower, they seem like they run faster, but they're actually slower.
Oh, yeah.
So like running on the spot almost.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like they're on a treadmill of sorts.
Yeah. I think that could be fun to watch.
Don't give away too many ideas, Shiver. You're
Very
supposed to get paid
confusing.
for this kind of stuff.
It's true. This is true.
Queuing up the Ags on Void. Quite a fun one. They did
He's-
buff that radius pretty significantly in the last patch.
At the moment, he's a walking Chrono Meteor Hammer anyway.
Yeah.
He's not really there for the damage. He doesn't need to be. Kalen is there for the damage.
Yeah, the low cooldown on Time Walk that comes out at level 20, as well as the Time Walk cast range, makes him a very reliable stun from long range on a low cooldown.
Yep.
Very nice.
You know, a previous game, Omglil was going to have a tough time going high ground because of the high ground defense that Voldemort had. Do you feel like they've got a good high ground defense this time around? Because we do have Omglil with that Aegis still,
Yeah.
and they are out of towers to kill. so-
Venomancer naturally makes it very hard to push. Spectre punishes you if you overcommit. They don't have the Zeus factor, but last game that didn't really prove to be much since they just killed him. I would say as long as they don't get a little overzealous and go too deep, Omglil will be fine. And as long as they're growing in net worth lead, which they actually aren't over the course of the last maybe 10 minutes, I think they'd be content with just stalling this game out. But they're letting Voldemort de-ward and walk out of their base. As they do have Haunt, they utilize it immediately. Lich gonna get his Chain Frost off anyways, blocking down the Spectre as Kaylin has the Aegis, chooses not to pop his BKB. Puck does orb him from afar. He's gonna revive. They still have, oh, they don't have Chrono actually. They used it in the back somewhere, Sheaves.
Yeah, they did indeed. Rubik is going to be very sad as the first one to die on the side of Voldemort. His Sunlight is on the hunt. Kalen also teleporting to the front. His Aegis already popped, but he has his BKB active now as well. They will be able to finish up Nikwa, the person it all started with, and they're killing them off one by one. The buybacks are happening, though. Venomancer cannot buy back, but Rubik already died back. Nikwa is back in this. Can they stop? Can they actually stop Omglil from killing off this Spectre? That is the main question right now. Nikwa is definitely making a great case for that. Ooh.
They do lose all
John
three
don't get the
cores.
kill, but I mean, that is worth it for Voldemort, I'd say, indeed. All the cores dead on the side of Omglil on Nikwa, looking for those stray supports.
Dust.
Invis, there is a dust available. There should be enough burst damage coming out as well, letting the neutrals do some damage there as well. Nikwa is at this point just playing with his food.
If I can't attack you, I'll make the neutrals attack you.
Yep, and a Dagon
Back
coming out from Wish to finish the job.
He brings the Dagon and Lich is gone.
That's a great fight again for Voldemort, though, and it felt like this was a fight. It looked like Omglil was preparing for like a high ground smoke to basically make it a bit of a fake back, and Nikwa walks in there, and I thought, okay, you know what, that's the end of Voldemort because Nikwa's gonna die and the rest is gonna fall flat after that. But Nikwa actually lived, and that set them up for a great fight.
And it turns out there's still 3 more books to go, Shiver. They have not defeated the villain once and for all. As while they did expend a lot of buybacks, the net worth is about where it was before. So that means that the Aegis and Cheese push was repelled, thus buying extra time as Spectre will eventually outcarry this position 1 profit.
And he's climbing the net worth list.
He is.
Slowly but steadily. Oop, Wish. Getting a save there too from Nikwa. Actually getting bashed, but he's fine. Jumping to his orb. Jaunting to his orb. Jumping to his orb. Both work.
I'd say jaunting sounds more...
Professional?
Yes.
It's like I know what I'm talking about.
I was about to say, you sound very, very educated and knowledgeable. Studious, if you will.
Studios. Oh, Boogie. Silent stop. Doesn't have an ultimate available for another 3 seconds anyway, and he dies before he can get it off. He does not have buyback as he already used it. Same thing goes for the Stony Man.
Yikes, he's dead for 90 seconds. With
Aye.
no buyback. At least the Venomancer had died again, so his death duration this time around was not too bad. Oh, they do fort the Meteor Hammer.
Got him. They do still
Outplayed.
have the Dragon Form for quite a little bit, actually. So this looks like it's at least a lane of racks.
Yes, indeed.
Can they get something more out of it? Because they do this very fast, actually.
Yeah, even has the Dragon Scale to boot. I'm a little upset, I don't know about you, Shiver, that this Dragon Scale is not on the Dragon Knight.
Yeah. That's That's just not respecting the lore.
Yeah. No class coming
No
out from
class.
Omega Lil.
I mean, at that point, if you don't put the Dragon Scale on the Dragon Knight, you can say Omega.
Yeah, they are.
That's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, Chrono.
Nice Chrono, right on the
two.
edge.
And that's a dead Spectre. Does have buyback available and Haunt available too, and will be forced to use it. This Venomancer, ooh, got his ultimate off, but died again. Actually, that's
Prophet's
a nice
down.
kill on the Prophet, indeed. Wish coming in hot.
He buys back though, and he's
Yep.
full. He's good. There are still 3 heroes dead on
Back
the side
in
of
it.
Voldemort.
Yep.
We're approaching the series finale.
Indeed, a quick reminder that Voldemort has not won a single series yet. I believe they're 0-3. It's very sad. They've had both their series, all 3 of their series be 2-1 ordeals so far. At the moment, it does not look like that is going to be the case this time around, although Wish is trying really hard as he just killed off the Lich once
I
more
am
with his dagger.
devastated for them, Sheaves.
I am too. But then what do you expect if you call yourself after the villain?
They're the villains and they're the nice guy finishing last. You know, it's just what's happened sometimes. Sometimes you get the worst of both worlds. This is
get
not
both.
Hannah Montana.
It's true. You made Slacks laugh.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
I think more importantly, he actually gave a what the fuck, and I don't think that's easy to make Slack say that, because he's usually the one inflicting that pain upon someone
You
else.
can't surprise him. Doesn't happen very often. Alright, we have Voldemort leaving their base. They need to, because you can't fight near your own base anymore, because if you do, you lose then, it's GG. At least if they fight outside of their base, they have a little bit of a shot. The scan, though. Omega Lil did scan them for a second successfully, and if they now go into their own jungle, oh, they actually found an illusion already.
Did they
It
get it though? Is it gone?
Yeah, they did.
Nice, nice.
But it does mean that they must be now aware, like, especially with the war, with the, they know. They know. Will you want to fight before Aegis? I guess you're just, if you're a Omega you just wait for another Roche.
Yeah, your slow but sure wins the race. Mm-hmm. They are the tortoise, while really no one here is the hare, because they're also ahead, so.
I think they started out as the hare.
Yes, and now they are embracing the philosophy of the tortoise.
What is the hybrid of a hare and a tortoise?
A hortus.
I don't think so.
Yes.
Oh, Boogie! I mean, do you really want to throw your ultimate on just one dragon? I don't think so. He might come back if they knows that there's more, though. Oh, it's just Malik this time around. How many Dagons do they actually have, I wonder?
Not enough.
Not enough,
getting bursted.
indeed. Ooh, Lich Ultimate bouncing around as well. Happy, did what he could. Now, see what Y stole from him. Y can't actually get a kill out of that for now. Oh, Wish, stuck there. This Dreamcold did not do a thing. The supports died on the side of a Megalil. But it was not really the answer that they wanted to have. Definitely not with the buyback not available on the Spectre.
Very much true, Suze. I can't argue with anything you just said.
No.
It's
Why
looking
aren't
pretty
they just
grim.
running mid, though? Because they know Spectre does not have buyback.
Yes.
Oh, Nikwa. Ooh, he gets an avalanche off. Still got silence, though, and sprouted up as well. But he is able to just run for it. Malik on the chase. Kalen jumping forward again. Now the Dragon Tail comes in from Sunlight with the last tail end of his dragon form.
I'd call that space, but he actually led them to their objective.
Yes, that is exactly where they wanted to be anyway. Wish is going to try to create space. Look at him go. Look at him go. He's going to do it. He's going to do it. He is behind them right now. Gets the silence up, and the Dagon is a little spooked. Gets a Dream Coil as well. Buying time is the name of the game. Rubik is back alive. Noah is back alive. I mean, this buying time game, he's doing it. He's doing it. Oh, Prophet's coming back again in a second. He's just taunting. Oh, dear goodness.
40 more seconds. 35 more seconds. It's countdown time.
Well,
hold the racks. Hold
they have
door.
a fortification still as well. Wish still playing games, this time with the Lich, as Kalen jumps very far into the base. Together with his dragon, can they take out Y here? They look to try, but the force staff into the fountain worked out. Mega creeps in the meantime have been achieved for Omega Lil.
Spectre is reviving in 10.
11, 9, he's almost.
We need to have liftoff. Give it to him. Let him live.
I think he's gonna live.
Okay.
The question is,
Now it's
are they
comeback
gonna
time.
haunt and die straight up? They do have a massive black dragon this time, though.
Queue up
like
the rapier for Spectre.
Yeah, great Spectre. Great rapier carrier. Oh,
Yes.
Roche. Now, do they need to stop this Roche from happening? Like, is
If-
it mandatory?
I believe the first two were mandatory, Shiver.
And, okay, fair. They failed at those.
So
how about this one?
I think it's even more so this time around.
Oh, they need to haunt in or something. I mean, they're coming.
Push buttons. Hurry
They're running.
before it's too late.
They're running too slow.
And
And they turn around. Well, that was...
that was anticlimactic.
Yeah. But they still have one fight. They're going to try to wait up on them.
Witch
little bit
is
for
looking
Zap.
for that
Boogie.
star.
Yeah,
Oh.
Boogie is already in on the bottom, though, so this is a little bit of a split-up fight here. Nice chrono up on 2, but that is just one Void. Kalen actually teleports in to help out. Venno did die in the backs of the fight there as he went the wrong way compared to the rest of his team, and now the rest of Voldemort is trying to run towards their base. That is literally all they can do, run and hide. They used the Haunt for that fight as well. It was unfortunate because I feel like to win a fight, Voldemort really has to have everybody grouped up and hit by that Venno ult, and they were just so split up.
They are 4 ranged heroes and a guy that's time walking all over the place, so
Yep.
it's quite difficult to get 5 heroes.
Yeah.
It's a tall task to ask. Oh, the Meta
No,
Nut! Is this
Meta Nut.
Arkeezy standing in for Voldemort?
It could be. He is losing. After all, Nikwa
Is this
trying to
TI,
run
third
from
place-
this
third
black
place
dragon.
Pierce?
No hope, though. He's out. Wish is still trying to create space. That's his game. But the tier 4 towers have dropped and it's just the fountain left standing as Flenchmeister will fall. Triple kill for Kalen. This Prophet gonna get interrupted from his TP. Nikwa trying to do what he can, but in the meantime, there's a dragon hitting your throne. How are you gonna stop him from doing that? The answer is, you're not. It's 2-0. GG gets called by Omega.